So I thought I'd take a couple of minutes this morning and talk to you guys about a couple of camp security issues that I run into. So there's two big security issues that I encounter doing what I do. One is oftentimes I'm backpacking back in and I've got a big heavy pack on me that I'm carrying, but I'm kind of exploring. And there's times that I want to drop my heavy pack and scramble up a hillside or drop down into a canyon or something without carrying all my main gear. So the security issue that I have with that is I'm always concerned that somebody may stumble across my pack, take off with it, and then all of my main supplies, all of my critical supplies for the trip are gone. The second security issue that I run into is oftentimes I set up a little camp like this, but I go off during the day and hike around either hunting or exploring or something like that. And I've got the same issue. I've got gear back at my camp that I want or need for the trip, and I'm walking away and leaving it. So the problem is, again, what if somebody stumbled onto my camp and somebody makes off with my critical gear? So let me show you guys a couple of little solutions that I've come up with for that. So I've stashed my pack over there, and if you look really close, you can see it. But I just took about a minute to throw a little bit of natural vegetation over it and conceal it a little bit. And it's just enough to break it up so that there's no man-made looking outlines from a distance, and it blends in nicely with that log that I stashed it under. So I found this unique little product called the Saundra Need, and I've incorporated into a couple of my outdoor backcountry security measures. And let me show you guys how I did that. So first, the backpack security piece. So let me show you guys what happens here. So the Saundra Need comes packaged with this little attached carabiner to the package. So that carabiner I just repurpose and use as part of my system for using the Saundra Need for security. So the Saundra Need is two pieces, and basically how the device works is when the two pieces are pulled apart, that's what trips the alarm. So I just leave mine set up by attaching a piece of bank line to the large portion and then just leaving the carabiner that came with it attached to the small end. So to set the Saundra Need alarm, I'll take the small end of my noose and I'll usually just wrap it around a little stick like this, and then I'll just clip the other end in someplace to the backpack that's going to be kind of out of sight. So I'll just clip that carabiner into a little strap. And now, if someone grabs the backpack to remove it, it trips the alarm. So when it comes to camp security, I'll set up a little tripwire. Now, I used a little larger bank line for this, so hopefully you guys could see it. But the critical elements are disguising as much as possible the tripwire, number one, and number two, setting up the tripwire in a place that it's logical for people to walk. When you look at the overall camp layout, this is the side that it's logical to walk in from. Now also notice down here, I've disguised my alarm in there. Just put a little bit of concealment on it so it's not easy to see from a distance. Couple other things when it comes to camp security that I always think about is, number one, trying to keep my camp as low profile as possible, using natural colors for my packs, my gear, things like that, things that don't stand out for a long ways, and then also keeping a pretty low signature to the improvements of my camp. Obviously this one you can tell was set up by man, however I'm using all natural materials, and from a distance it doesn't really stand out that much. When I walk away from camp, I want to make sure that my fire is completely dead, so there's no smoke coming out of it. In this country, you can smell wood smoke for a long ways, and also smoke is visible for a long ways. So keeping your fire completely out when you leave camp, to me, is a really important thing to do. So when it comes to camp security and just general backcountry security, I like to use a little personal alarm system like the Saundra Need, and then a combination of concealment, keeping my gear all low profile, when I walk away from my pack, making sure to conceal it a little bit. And then also from time to time, if I'm in an area where there's more people, I might set up a tripwire or something around my camp. Now, Todd Stone from Central Oregon Survival Network's also been messing around with the Saundra Need a little bit, using it in some different security applications. So you might check out his channel, Central Oregon Survival Network, for some more ideas on how to use this. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.